Excellent. So last we had played, the party had started the first day of the tournament of the Celestial Patronage and Longing, in which you ventured to the outskirts, or just the outer wall, the inner wall, sorry, of Oakheart, and you were transported by celestial portal to a waterfall with all the other 90 or so entrants into this multi day event in which the greatest, the strongest, the most cunning will compete for objectives over land, titles, hands in marriage, funding on expeditions, or settling old scores. And you have various reasons for involving yourselves and starting this, becoming part of this tournament. In the starting moments of the tournament, you witnessed the kind of two favorites, one kind of top 10, acting a certain way. You saw the Zolnus siblings leap off a 200-foot waterfall and not succumb to their injuries, in which Thoric and Orly leapt off following behind them, using their draconic wings in the case of Thoric, as well as Ismail just before him, the match rival to Justea Larot, Thoric's love interest. And then the other half of the party had to scale down a 200-foot wet, slippy climb, battered by moisture and spray, in which Lernock managed to persuade people who were not climbing aficionados to relent on the climb and give up before they got seriously hurt. There's a little bit of falling and jigging around for some party members and some people. Two souls did think it was also a brave idea to leap into the waterfall, the plunge, and they paid with their lives. From there, you crossed rapids, nearly drowning, a couple of you, with Lernock nearly surrendering himself to the pull of the water into his lungs to save someone else's life, and giving a powerful Azamar boosted speech to, again, solicit those to not risk their lives. And from the rapids being crossed, you then had to navigate through a thick, augmented, deciduous forest that was many miles of difficult terrain to get forward and closer towards the finish line, which is at the kind of threshold of the Oakheart wall, back once again through the Frondescence approach. And lastly, the last journey you had to make was avoiding hunting parties of dressed up Nedling clergy in the apparatus of Teoland agents to honour the memory of this cleric who fled from Bayland during one of the wars with Teoland. This is what the race was selected to conjure the image of, the moment of. And guided, after being poisoned, guided by Orly, Thoric, and the two of them managed to be the first two souls back into Oakheart. Now, in that moment, there is some cheering and yips, but mostly from the people who know you, mostly from your family members. And cascading down through the party, Hendrik subscribed to a bribe, almost, of Ismail Oranos, where he drew attention away from the noble, and he was caught by these Nedling clergy dressed as Teoland agents. Whereas in Torkel and Lernock, as almost the last teetering peoples to cross the finish line, or they also were caught and then brought to it. So I would kind of want to, everyone kind of arrived at different times. So I want to focus on who got there first, and that would be Orly and Thoric. And Orly, there is score, maybe 300 or so people around, most of it being kind of the sectioned off area. There's brass shields separating the chaff of the general populace away from this kind of finish line. So it's not like there's like a procession of 10,000 people waiting. Like, this is very much a more intimate thing. The whole point of this event is like it's for the aristocracy. It's for the nobility of this town to engage in some kind of trial and fair play. It's not for the ribble rabble of every other. It's saying that even in Oakheart is a fair stretch because most people here are wealthy. But in regards to, as you kind of come to the finish line, you aren't greeted by a sermon, you aren't greeted by a choir of people thanking you. The only people that do so, calling at your name, is the throated yells of your children and the assured, smiling, and wicked look of approval from your wife, and then the kind of stern nod of your mother, Willow. Now, as you kind of get closer and closer, your three children, because Torley is there also, seems to join his siblings and run towards you as Rosie does a quick step. And just before your kids come to like shoulder hug you and embrace you, they all stop in their tracks. And your little one, Nelly, just goes, Dad, what's that on your neck? You smell really bad. And your two boys start to kind of give. They're not sure whether to laugh or to pity you. Your eldest Torley and your middle Orson, and Orson just says, "Dad really smells like shit," and Torley slaps him on the shoulder and gives him a telling off to you. And then your wife catches up to you, Rosie, and she kind of beckons the children to give you a bit of clearing right 10 feet away from you. And Orly, like you have been soaked, your boots are filled with
I probably
mud and
look like
water.
shit as well.
You look and you have physical shit on your throat as well from where you tried to medicinal leave your the poison. So yeah, you look awful. Like you look terrible. And what does Orly say to his family?
Yeah, I'm getting too old for this. Out of breath, I'm just like getting fucking old for this.
Yeah, yeah. Um, excellent. Yeah, so there's this kind of like genuine, like, just singing the praises of your daughter, your boys, your wife, where you're escorted kind of back and someone asks a cleric to prestidigitation and clean the muck off you, which they do so.
Perfect. Is that an official member?
It would be a Nedling cleric who would have, like, after your wife would be like, my husband is filthy. Can you just do something about this? Please honor unto Nedlin, please. And they do so, and the smell goes away, the moisture goes away a little bit from your throat, but you would need a full deep bath clean to get a lot of this off of you.
I'm gonna ask the cleric kind of because I'm still probably out of breath trying to sprint the last leg.
Yeah.
If there's an official that I could speak to.
Yeah, like very much like the big, like predominant metal shield, like pendant hanging from their neck, the faded white robes of their station. I mean, Helder Zolnus is some maybe 45 feet away, and he is the head priest. He is also the adoptive father for the time being of your son Torley. He is the guy who's officiating this entire tournament as well.
I would. Yeah, I'll approach Zolnus and
Okay.
see what kind of reception I get off him as I'm approaching, I suppose.
Sure. Helder is speaking with like an inner kind of mini council of some Nedling clergy. They haven't seemed to like thank you officially yet. It's not been like trumpets blown or anything like that. However, as you approach and get closer, they kind of part, and he gives them a little bit of a I will come back to this shortly, and your son Torley kind of shadows behind you. While Rosie keeps the other two children back, and Helder gives you a kind of holding his like huge standard with the shield on it in his left hand, gives you a nod of approval and appreciation.
He
Master
is the
Rory.
master of the family, right?
Yeah, he is the head
Okay.
of the Zonus family, and also he is the head of the Nedland Church in Oakheart. He is two very powerful stations. And he says to you, Master Bracken, how did you find the event today?
Complicated, very challenging, but fun nonetheless. Master Zolnus, if I could approach a perhaps sensitive and serious matter with you right now, if not, it can wait.
Your boy says, just speaking kind of behind you, kind of lockstep with you, stand shoulder with you, says, I also have something to say, Helder. And he looks to you, Orly, like, do you want your son to speak first? Do you want to speak to me first in private?
No, sure. I'll give the floor to Torley.
Yeah, Torley kind of takes a half step forward. This is the first time you've ever seen your son be as he is
Yeah.
right now.
What the,
This, you and Modesto rescue me in the mountains. In your charge, and you have looked after me for several years. I would ask of you, you grant me leave of the Zolnus home so that I may go and spend some time with my father and my mother and my siblings, and that we, again, asking you of our gracious host, that my family may be allowed to come on the third day of the tourney on the evening and see the accommodation. And he takes a step forward, Helder does, and closes the distance with your son, and hands the standard off to an attending, immediately grabs it, and he says, no, it is, you must be proud of your boy, Mr. Bracken. He says, of course, I grant you purview. No, you are almost a man of age of yourself, and you will not need to ask that of your fatherly figures to grant you such permissions. It will be a sad time to lose an adoptive son, such of your character and kindness. And Modesto and Esmeralda and Rosalia will miss you dearly, as will I. But your family, through the will of the gods and Nedlin's shield protecting them, has returned here. Who am I to stand in the way of the clear fate that is between you and your family? He looks towards you, Orly. It is also expectant upon me to show that I have taken care of your son, as young Master Blacken has said. I would entertain this. Any time when there's not tourney activities, you are welcome to visit the Zona's home and see the accommodation, the feeding, and the education I have provided to your young son.
I'll take a quick bow. And Master Zolnus said there was never any doubt of what you've provided for Torley.
Please call me Helder.
Elder.
And your boy seems to have seen. He knew I was going to ask this. He says, of course. Of course, I know. A smile. Gives him a pat on the lower arm. Now your father wishes to speak to me about the tournament events. Go, retire with your siblings. You may leave sooner than this. Your father may want to rest, but I must stay here and provision for all of the completions of the entrance. I'll speak with you soon, I'm sure. But take what you can from the house, or better yet, go this evening. Spend time with your family, young Torley. Thank you. You have been a great addition to the Zolnus family for some time now.
I give
And
Torley a pat on the shoulder and a smile as he's leaving.
he turns and you start to walk a little bit of a distance away. Like, again, there's like dozens and dozens of people. And at this point, you can kind of see Thoric walking towards the stands where Justea is around. But we'll just close this scene out for a moment. So as you're walking with him, what do you say? How do you broach whatever subject you're about to bring up?
Yeah, as we're walking, I'll kind of look at him and I never thought I'd see Orly show such self-confidence. He was very, very different before we lost him. He seems to have grown up very, very well under your care, Eldar.
I have great important duties as a high cleric. Most of his ambition and change of character has been directed from my wife, Esmeralda, my daughter, and Modesto. They care for your boy a great deal. We always admired and hoped for another child, but the event never came. Rosalia was so impassioned with a motherly fortitude when we brought him home. And as I reiterated to you in that meeting with the Archzealot, we did strive very hard to find you and reunite your family. But the gods meant for it to happen the way that it has. And I think your boy is even more stronger man to be because of it.
I agree.
Now, what do you have to discuss about the tourney?
Yes. I won't keep you for long. I know you are also busy. And I'll build the rosemary beads.
Make an insight check as soon as
Sure.
he sees it.
Christ, sorry, 1 sec. I didn't even open my sheet.
It's
I was too immersed. Cipher.
all right.
Bear with, bear with.
That's all good.
I'm stuck on a loading screen. Somebody roll a d20.
I ain't rolling for you.
Fuck. Okay, well, let me rephrase.
If you know your bonus, you could just
I can't
flat.
remember my bonus. It's probably plus charisma plus maybe.
It's wisdom is inside.
Oh yeah. I'll just try one more time. There we go.
Okay.
Sorry. Have I got thingy on? I do. So
12?
14.
14. Right. Okay. You read as the profession of his character, it wanes from it, and he seems genuinely surprised of the object you're holding in your hand.
You notice?
Many in Oakart of my station will know of this object. How did you come to have this?
Okay. Well, I don't know what this is myself. However, and I don't have a lot of education in the arcane.
It has been
But
whispered between the professions of my station for some time, but I have never seen it in person. Only whispers. This is an heirloom of the Ellerhen family. You must keep.
uh handing it to him. I'm
No,
using.
don't give me that. Don't give me that.
God, it's like Gandalf. Okay.
You can't.
I'll keep it to my side then. Long story short, we saw this given to Ismail right before the race started, and
And he
halfway,
gave it to you.
Ismail did not give it to me.
You
Because we were
pocketed it then.
worried about possible cheating. I took it from Ismail without him having knowledge of me. So
Make another insight check.
sure. I'm going to use my inspiration here if I can.
Yep, go for it.
Perfect. Come on. Roll something better. Okay, 15's literally one above.
The look he gives you is the look of someone who's you just said I have a terminal diagnosis, or I will die tomorrow, or something horrendous. Like he looks at you like you're thin of this world. He
Like
seems
bad bad.
genuinely but he seems genuinely distraught when you say that you've taken this from Ismail.
Okay. Seeing this look, uh, I will do a short, quick bow, and I will say, "Forgive me. I honestly did not know what this was.
How
We
could you
just
have? You're not an Oakheart. And he puts his head, put single hand and face palms. I cannot help you with this. This is bonded to you now. Nor can the Mina Church. Only the Ellerhens have the power to change what is going to happen to you.
wait. What do you mean?
sit, sit. And he seems like all this kind of fervor of like, I'm the religious leader, I'm like a big cleric, like that. He seems to like approach you like you are a friend now, rather than like an actual entrant or a citizen. Like he's starting to burden you with feeling, with sympathy. And you
I
sit down
don't
and
want to keep this, by the way. We were just trying
you
to prevent any kind of cheating
you
going
cannot
on.
get rid of it since you have taken it.
Perfect.
There's this was the prayer totem, the personal rosary of the champion. It is destined to only stay within the remaining house of Ellerhen, but there is a rule, a object fact of this item. The Ellerhens can gift such an item, and it will give the greatest of boon of luck to those whom it is gifted to from the Ellerhens. But if it is stolen, then you have Mina herself's ire on you.
Her ire.
My friend, look at the inscription.
Now look.
In Celestial written on the beads, you see written, with every step, decision, made, or action, you are now the plaything of the goddess of chance. Suffer that however you choose.
It's fine, I'm a rogue.
It is clear that Anacolato, you must have known this, or maybe you did not, but Anacolato and Ismail are the closest of friends. He clearly gave this to Ismail to benefit him for the tournament, which I will have to speak to him about, as many of the clerics will. But now that you have taken it from Ismail, us four, the great clerics of this tourney, we cannot intervene. Even the High Chancellor of the Mina Church, you have transgressed against the last ornament, the last object held in the hands of the champion.
Okay, but surely I can explain my case.
You can explain what you have done, but this is the belonging of the Scion, Anacalato. The only person who you could return this to would be himself. No one else. You may throw this in a river, uh, labor yourself to a burning pit of smoke and chuck it towards it, but it will always find its way back to you. It is impervious to destruction.
What if somebody steals it from me?
There is a chance, I think, that could work, but you would have to. Someone would have to know what they are stealing and know enough to steal it and not enough to not want to steal it, if you catch my meaning. A patsy, a fool, but you would be sending the ire of Mina onto another soul.
That's
You have
true.
made, hey, Orly, you just received your son back. You have traveled the breadth of the southern regions of our country, and you have pocketed a personal item in the first day of a tournament. This is not a race. This tournament is a marathon, and you have only loosed a crossbow bolt into that of your own belly on the first day of it. I lost for words. I don't know how to help you.
That's okay. It's fine. To be completely honest, I'm not really doing this tourney for myself anyways.
For whom then?
Well, for my brother Thoric. Hence why it was such a important matter, because
Hmm.
obviously what he's in this tourney for is for his love, which is also being contested now by who we thought was getting help from the outside. It's the
M-
stealing.
My friend Orly, if you continue competing, you have made all other entrances' lives extremely easily, for luck will be a reaper hanging over you. At least you have not passed it to your friend you aim to help. And as he kind of looks across the forecourt around 60 feet away on a raised set of stands, there is around 50 or so people sitting in there. And we see Thoric walking towards it, like, you know, waterlogged, sweat coated, covered in like barbed cuts on his scales. And the following interaction you see as Justea spots you, she goes to stand up from her chair. And as that happens, Grail Leah like reaches for her hand, and for the first time ever, you see Grail Leah and Justea lock eyes, and Justea gives her an admonished look, says something curt, and snatches her hand away from her mother. And this is the first time you've ever saw Justea stand up for herself in front of her mother as she marches down the steps and goes to stand just a little bit on like kind of the leaning rail and goes to kind of speak with you. But as soon as she leaves her mother, there's a stern expression of just like hate and anger and frustration, and she sees you approaching, and it just melts away into just bliss and happiness. It's just in a perfect maroon satin coated material almost dress with her red and black scales catching in the midday sun of this beautiful pure light of the sky above, not a single cloud in the sky above. And Thoric, you walk over to her.
Yeah, I'm still like in that kind of way when joggers runners finish a race, they go to a jog and they're like panting and yeah, he's
Yeah.
he's not the graceful. Oh, I finished this race. It's
Yeah.
amazing. It's
The first thing she says to you before you get a chance to speak and you're still panting is, I know what you're going to say. You're going to say you're hungry.
thirsty as well.
That too. How was it?
To be fair, I was not expecting to jump off the waterfall. Or
You jumped off the waterfall. She like stands low for like, are you okay?
Yeah, it's fine. And crossing the river was simple enough. Learnock. And the
Hey, you weren't there for my issues.
I
You don't know about that.
And evading capture at the end was, to be honest, that a lot of that was thanks to Orly there.
I'm glad he was there for you. And you both got back so soon. They said some of the entrants weren't expected within the next hour, so even at the earliest, you got back here far, far before them. And she turns back to look over, and you see that Noe, who is Ismail's mother, and Grail Leah have like smushed together a little bit, and they're clearly doing like conspiring talk, just literally just about the two of you, but you can't hear them.
Yeah, well, there was. Is there anyone around that can hear me and her talk at the moment?
I mean, you're being respectful, but like if you want to usher her and take her hand and lead her off the steps down off the kind of the raised seating platform, you can.
Yeah.
Although it may be seen as there's a little bit of decorum thing, like, you know, that, you know, so just bear that in mind. Like,
okay, no, I won't do it. I'll just say that some interesting things happened before the end. I won't talk about it here.
That's fine. We'll catch up. Soon shortly. How did Ismail get on?
Ismail might be a source of controversy.
Oh, is he hurt?
No,
Has he hurt someone?
Well, I didn't see. Last time I saw him was when Orly and myself left to complete the final leg. I don't know if he was still catching his breath or what, but
So he's on the
But,
final leg. Well, he should be here not long then.
yes, but some of the things that I wish to talk to you in private about include him. But that's not for now. Let's get some water and welcome back everyone else who finished the tournament, eh? Finishes the race.
Yes. Yes. Well, we still have 3 more days to go until the tourney ends, but do you have any idea? She's going to look a bit conspiratorially close to you. Do you have any idea how much you annoyed my mother when she saw your skills forward instead of Ismail's? I mean, I don't want anything bad to happen to Ismail. He's a dear friend, but that look on my mother's face, I've never saw her so angry before. Not even when Dad told her about his other... I'm
well,
sorry.
I did also see that see you standing up to her, which I'm very proud of you for.
It's been a long time coming. The amount of times I wish to just simply leave the carriage on our way here because of the lessons, the decorum, speeches she would give me. And it seems that all these things she's told me are just not happening how they said she would. We had no Dad said you'd be here, but to be front of the queue, front of the finish line on the first day of the tourney, just don't go so hard at the first legs of this. I won't be present for tomorrow's. Obviously, it's in the Mino vaults. There'll be no audience except out of the entrance, but I'll hear about it. But just take care of yourself. And she looks kind of over her shoulder and sees like just that scornful look. And Noe goes to kind of approach the two of you. She stepped down the amethyst dragonborn, coming to step down. She's wearing kind of this over exaggerated mourning dress, like actually like a mourning is in like a mourning dress you'd wear like towards a funeral, but it's been tastefully decorated in a way that seems more like an all day fit, but it's definitely like that kind of style. And she starts to walk down the steps towards you, and she gives you a look, not in a way, but just does like, Are you going to stay for this, or are you going to shift?
I'll stay.
Noé approaches the mother of Ismail. Master Therigan.
Lady Noe, and Thork gives a bit of a bow.
I am pleasantly surprised to see you and your gnome friend achieve so much on your first day as outsiders to Orkard. This has been quite the changing day. I know many of my betting friends who I do not take part of, but it should be said, she kind of gives a half smile, looks towards Justea. I'll be quite displeased that you have topped the proceedings of this morning. There'll be an influx of gold to some pockets and an outward flood of others from some.
Well, I thought some people might bet, but betting is not my kind of game.
No, your game is simply performance and ability. Speaking of which, how is my son faring?
Last I saw, he was faring well. There was a debate between a number of us about how long to rest before the final leg and what to do. So, Orly and myself took the risk to go immediately, and it worked out well for us. I assume he wanted to catch. I'm assuming Ismail caught his breath.
Bathe in the accolades you have achieved today. There'll be a closing speech from Helder's Allness, the Nedlin first. And again, I'm so happy to see you achieved so well so early on. One hopes you've not climbed the tower too soon, for the wind has started to blow. And she looks towards Justea and says, your mother is asking for you, Justea. She seems quite upset. And she goes, yes, I'll... Okay, so she's going to lead you stay back. Do you say anything? You
Yep.
want to? Yep, go for it.
Thork will just give like a nod to Justea, as in sort of like you know that I've asked that to talk privately at some point,
Yeah.
but you know
Mhm.
that they're like kind of thing of whenever works, kind of
Yeah.
deal.
Yeah. Yeah, and she knows how to fetch you and stuff like that. Like she knows where you live at Common Terrace and things. So like, there potentially be a meeting later on. Okay, so while she leaves, basically Orly like Helder has left you at this point. Like he has said, I have to get back to fishing duties, and has given you a kind of curt. He doesn't even say good luck to you or good tidings. He just says farewell, and he goes back to it. And Thoric, you turn around, and what does Thoric see when he looks at Orly? Like, how is Orly's expression?
Oh, sorry, Thor looking at me.
Yes, how do you look towards Thoric?
I've just received a lot of knowledge that I don't really know what to do about. And what's probably going through Orly's head is how is this going to affect the rest of the party? So it's probably kind of like I probably look a little grim right now. Not like Thork was probably expected to see kind of like, yes, we've kind of
Mm.
you know,
Mm-hmm.
but
Yeah.
no, it's
Okay. Thoric, do you go to approach Orly?
Yeah. Thork approaches Orly and gives him a huge hug.
I'll lean into it. It's
You
not.
did a lot
It's
for me there. Thank you.
absolutely. It's not as we still have some bad times to deal with, but it's best to wait until everybody's around to talk about it. These and I'll take out the beads. This is gotten more complicated now, unfortunately.
Sorry, I didn't hear that. What'd you say?
Orly taking out the beads. Orly will just say these have become a lot more complicated now.
Oh, did you let someone know that Ismail had it?
I did. I spoke to Heldar's Allness about it, and they'll be looking into the matter and approaching Ismail about it. So there will be repercussions on his part, but apparently there's some kind of unluck or curse to these if taken, which
Oh.
we don't all have to deal with. I can deal with this for the time of attorney at least, but it might mean me trying to help could do the opposite. But at least I got to help today.
Okay,
Not to worry about now.
Unfortunate.
We can figure this out later. Yeah, for now, let's bask a little bit in a flawless victory of the first part of the tourney. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Your wife, your children are starting to beckon you towards a concierge, almost like a table where like food and like a platter of berries and bread has been brought out for like people who have finished like to re-nourish their supplies and their stocks of stamina. And there's like flagons of cider being started poured and glasses of wine for people like this. Since the first people started to get back to me, like, all right, let's start to serve food and drink to get people like accustomed to that. And not long after, as you guys enjoy with your family. Justea stays away from you, but Thork, you enjoy the company of Orly's family. In the order it goes, it's Modesto, and a few minutes after it is Esmeralda, and then finally it is Ismail. When Ismail gets back, he goes and sits in the stands with his mother Noe and Grail Leah and Justea. But he doesn't sit. He sits on the side of his mother, so he's like 2 persons removed from sitting close to Justea. Or 3 persons. It's like him, Noe, Grail Leah, then Justea. So he's like on the whole other opposite end, and they sit in the queue. And a servant comes over and gives him like a change of outfit, a change of shirt, and he like disrobes and changes his shirt right in front of her and stuff like that. And then following on from there, we would have Hendrik probably rocking up with all the people who got caught. And then lastly, there is Torkel and Lyranok arriving around 15 minutes apart. And by the time that Torkel and Lyranok get back, like there's a lot of like spectators that have left or family members who have left because most of the entrants are around 60 or so have finished. So this is kind of coming to like the end, like the true end. Like Lyranok was the last person to get back, escorted back from the Nedlin catchers, dressed as arcanists, and there's kind of a speech being talked about that it'll happen in due course. There'll be the closing speech by Helder to close out the Nedlin challenge. But the 4 of you have a moment to all speak at like the food table, and Orly, you can live away from your family. So the 4 of you plus Hendrik would be company as well. The guy, all of you can speak about the events that have just taken place over the course of this challenging day.
I'll let the party know of essentially what Master Zolnus kind of explained about the rosemary beads to the party.
Sorry, you said that there was. Where did you get these?
So
Let's see if-
looking at Hendrik, Hendrik was able to inform me of Ismail receiving these beads. Whether Ismail was aware of it or not, I don't know. I don't think Hendrik knows if Ismail was aware of receiving these, but we thought, well, I thought at least that it definitely wasn't going to be some champion level artifact. I thought it was just going to be something that would be a small enough boon, but enough to warrant this cheating. And obviously, we all want Thork to have a good chance, at least a fair chance at winning this tournament. So, look, it was probably not the best move, but in the heat of the moment, with myself and Hendrik, we collectively made a choice, I guess.
Well, neither of you knew what was going to happen.
I definitely didn't know what was going to happen.
Oh,
The
it
only
is.
thing we can do now is look for a solution. You are cursed.
Yes, but it should
Is
be
it
fine.
possible you to give the rosemaries back to Ismail? Perhaps by undoing what's the mistake that was done, that might earn forgiveness. I'm gonna just double check this, but from what I remember, Mina isn't like a particularly cruel god. Not nice, she's chaotic, but
Yes, she's chaotic. Yes,
she's chaotic, but it's not like overly malicious or cruel, from what I recall. Was she?
no. She doesn't have a. She doesn't have like a.
She's not like
streak of
sadistic or.
No. None of the gods
Okay.
of your pantheon are sadistic. No.
No,
Well, maybe
I mean,
Talos.
Yeah, maybe
Yeah.
Talos.
But she is not overly cruel, or she's not a cruel, malicious goddess. It may be that she acknowledges an honest mistake, but we will have to see what we can do to relieve you of this curse, this Aya.
I don't think we need to worry about it right away. If we can, that sounds good. But I can deal with it for the moment. I just fear any kind of help that I try to give might pass this ire on, maybe. So I might not be able to do as much as I did today for the rest of the tournament whilst I have this.
Possibly, but it is her challenge next. It is arguably the worst day to have received her eye, to have the eye of Mina on you in a negative manner. If you can pass it on back to Ismail, who was the intended recipient, then perhaps that will be for the best, but
I don't think it's going to work. We can try, but the way Heldar explained it, it just sounds like even if I give these back to Ismail, they're just going to return to me.
please, we shall
Could
deal
we
with
not
that
perhaps
when we
try
get
to
there.
break the curse?
Break the curse?
Yeah, just simply stop you from being cursed rather than giving Ismail something powerful that will assist him and we'll have to deal with it anyway.
You mean try to destroy the artifact, maybe?
He
Are there
did.
not abilities open to clerics to remove curses from individuals?
I
Well,
do not think the item itself is necessarily cursed. But rather,
it's
it's
the intentions
that
of
Mina herself
Mina.
is watching over.
Then we simply
Yes.
have to kill a god, no problem.
Oh, you lose 1 point of piety for that.
Yeah, like heretic, get him!
I'm kidding. But bear in mind.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I mean, you could argue it was very impulsive.
We'll do that at the end.
I mean, yes, I was fucking with you, but
Painful.
maybe, but do whatever I can to help you, but
Like I said, it's not of grave importance right now. The most important thing right now is to keep this streak going for Thoric.
family
Right?
is here, and people have died already in this tournament.
All I have to do is not die tomorrow. Easy.
It is a good focus, but wouldn't
I
it
could
not be
drop
best to
out
try and
as
do?
well. I could also drop out.
Okay, but that might not undo this ire that you have.
True, but it would
What did he say?
mean I
The only
wouldn't be in
people who could
harm's
help
way.
you again?
Cypher.
Someone had to knowingly steal it.
The
Someone had
only
to
person said the only
No, it
person who
was-
said who could help him take
Was
it
the
back
Elahan,
would be
wasn't it?
Anacleto Elahan.
right.
Anacleto. That's yeah.
Yeah.
Let me get the sorry, I should have the list. I should have it already kind of like pre-open. But who's Anacleto again?
Anacleto is the scion. He is the major object of marriage proposals. He was the guy who has like the golden skin. He's the one you met in the tailor shop with
Yeah.
the
Oh god.
him.
Oh. Right.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, he's got a first impression of me that I don't think was favorable. So him and his Pegasus might not want to help me actually.
They also gave from what we have been told, they gave the beat to.
Say again?
Was it not Anacoleto who gave the beats to our opposition? So
Was
It
it
was, yes.
Anacleto who put the beats in?
It was Anacleto
Yes.
as he gave him like a good luck hug.
Yeah,
he pocketed
okay.
it into Ismail's pocket. Seemingly as far, I mean, he rolled like a 29 or 28 perception check, I think. Hendrik, he didn't seem to register, or with his really good perception check, he registered that Anacleto put it in, but not that Ismail knew that it happened.
So, and Esmeralda, her award that she wants is to marry Anacaletto, was it?
Yeah.
Yes, it is. Yeah.
So many things happening just behind the scenes of this tourney as well, man. There's so much. Where's Charlie's
Welcome to
fucking
politics.
whiteboard? Where's Charlie's whiteboard? We need to get our whiteboard back.
I've got my whiteboard of what everybody wants out of this
No, I don't want to
tournament.
see your whiteboard. That sounds like nightmare fuel.
I mean, I'm pretty sure if we did have a version of our whiteboard, it would just be like Anacaletto in the middle, and there's about 1,000 red strings going, and this person wants
Yeah.
to
There you go. There's the
Jesus,
party.
man.
There's the party whiteboard. If you guys want to put NPCs on there and start to talk about stuff.
Oh God, this whiteboard, like when we started, it already seemed complicated enough with end of the world style things that were plopping on. Now we've moved to just kind of like dramatic politics. That's even more fucking complex. Why is Anacaletto rooting for Ismail over everybody else? Ismail's
They
award
seem
that he wants
seem
is
like
for
good friends. Perhaps it is just that.
Does Ismail oversee anything? Like is like does he own anything
Make a
in
history check.
Oakheart?
Make a
Oh,
history
good.
check.
History. Holy shit, that's a 19.
You feel.
Reflective.
Dang.
Yeah, you feel. The reason you feel is you literally have an idea. You know something. It's rubbed out of your mind. It disappears.
Oh no!
Oh.
Beginning.
You literally-
I'm beginning
you-
to not believe.
Wow, how very unlucky of you.
know,
how very unlucky of you, and a 5% chance that you got the bad thing happening to you. Yeah, you just immediately feel the check. You knew that you knew something. And then it just disappeared.
So I'm aware, like I'm aware.
You're
of
aware
now.
that this has happened.
Yeah.
You're aware that
Shit.
something bad has happened.
Okay, yeah.
You hear jingling of coins in your mind's eye.
No.
Yeah.
That's like kick him out when he's down, dude. Oh, so
I mean,
yeah,
just
so,
don't
I could have
steal.
stolen bags of gold during this campaign, guys, but instead I stole a curse that taunts me with the sound of fucking gold. How about that?
Don't worry, we're going
We
into
really
the
love
vault
these cursed
in the
objects.
next challenge. Yeah, you do seem to have bad luck with picking things.
Guys,
You
I
shouldn't be
don't know
allowed to
what we're
touch
talking
anything.
about. I don't know what we're talking about. Okay, this is
I mean,
first-
it could be worse. It could be a set of rosaries that teleported us halfway across the
Guys,
continent
this
again.
is the first thing I've stolen, okay? Everything else, right?
Everything else that happened that was bad, I merely
I think
touched.
this is really just actually Hendrick's fault, right? Because Hendrick's one
This is
suggested you have
Hendrick's
to
fault.
take
Yeah.
it.
He's
Oh,
not here.
absolutely.
Yeah, let's
Ron's
blame the guy that's not
right
here.
now.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I can get behind that. So we want to blame Hendrik for something. I'm on that train.
You can't defend yourself. It's golden.
Drive that bus.
Okay, well, yeah, very visibly, yeah, you see my eyes almost roll back trying to think, like, go quiet and trying to think of something. Then I'll come back to you. I'm like, okay, this might be a problem. I can't seem to actually remember any whenever I try to think about something. And it's
Just Ismail in this exact moment. This skill check of a history check.
yeah, but I don't know that yet.
You don't know, yeah.
So okay, this might be an issue. I might. Okay, I guess we have two options, two good options. I drop out of the tourney, which seems safe, or I could try to for the rest of the day gain an audience with Anacaletto and explain the situation, which he already has a bad first impression of me, and now I'll be approaching him with my explanation being I've stolen what you've gifted to your buddy, and now I'm asking you to deal with the consequences of my actions.
Yes,
do you
that
want
would be
me
the
to
problem for
go
me.
with you? And do you want me to
That gives very bad impressions on you then.
maybe?
That
Yeah.
he doesn't like him anyway.
I know, but like what we did today. What I did today was under the pretense of helping you, Thor. And if we do this and you try to even vouch for me, it kind of goes against it. So I'd rather I just I deal with this, maybe perhaps drop out of the tourney, and at least then I don't put myself in harm's way, especially now that I've finally gotten my whole family back together again. And as well as that, this ire doesn't transfer somehow over to your chances of winning the tourney.
Is it necessarily true that if you drop out of the tourney, you will be out of harm's way? Will you not simply be in harm's way, but in a different place?
I feel tomorrow is Mina's challenge, and I don't know. It kind of feels
What
like
better way to try and appeal to Mina than in their challenge of itself?
You know what, Cypher? Sometimes I don't really trust you.
What do you mean? Sometimes never trust this man.
You'll never know when there's two
Trust the
ballistas
man.
around the corner.
Oh no, you walk into two
Can I
ballistas.
inside check the DM?
That didn't know.
When you try to insight check the DM, you hear the whooshing of feathered wings flying about 100 feet up as a Pegasus comes into land in the forecourt with Anacleto on its rear side, like wearing this kind of big draped, like glistening golden cloak. And as he lands, there's a fanfare, a flush, a flurry as brass shields and Ravensword mercenaries almost seems to like be expectant of where he's going to land, like a fucking chopper landing, like everyone's secure a perimeter, like they just materialize like out of the crowd, and he lands, and he starts to make his way. Actually, no, people make his way towards him. He didn't go to people come towards him. Helder goes to speak with him, as well as some of the other Nedlin clergy around him, like a guest of honor, like welcoming him. As he would be, as never him.
Unsafe.
Okay. You're just still at the drinks table. Yeah. Your wife and children are being entertained. Willow is very much like grilling your eldest boy about like everything he's been through for the past 2 years.
Yeah.
Your grandmother is just like,
look, I mean, everybody has to go through it, so get it out of the way now, Torley. Okay. Above table. What the hell do I do? Well, what do I actually do here, lads?
So we're saying remove curse won't work because the item isn't actually cursed. It's the way that you acquired the item that is acquired that's put a curse on you because the god doesn't like you.
Yes, no, maybe. Well, we don't know.
Can you repeat the question? Okay. I think you're just fucked.
Yeah. Objectively.
Yeah. I would say that objectively, my analysis of this situation.
There's a 5% chance that you're fucked every time you roll a d20 test.
I mean, that's just the case anyway, because you can roll a natural 1. So
10%. Yeah, it's 10% chance. Yeah,
you got 10% chance.
Nice.
Can you be extra? Like, see if you hit the 5% and also fail, can you be like double fucked?
Only one way to find out.
Yeah.
It's actually it goes into an overflow error. It goes back to 20.
Doing a really good job at making me feel better about this situation, all of you, by the way.
That's not our job.
I know. You could try and sleight of hand to return it. It might work. It might not.
To who?
What would
good question. Either of the two important people mentioned here.
Yeah,
do we think Orly being fucked is the worst outcome, or is Meal having the powerful magical item given to a particular chosen of a certain god? I think that's the worst outcome.
That's not a good situation, but
I think Orly.
Go on, yeah.
I think going up to him, telling him exactly what happened, including Hendrik suggesting that you take it. So the truth from beginning to end, that is probably going to result in the best case scenario for you.
Do you really think that?
I think it's. I mean, I don't think it's going to be the best case scenario as the result, to be fair. But I do think that there's some kind of merit to the idea of you just walking up in the middle of everyone now to Ismail when like if he's near Anacoletto and handing him these rosary beads back and saying, maybe I would go as far as saying, oh, by the way, we saw that you got given these and we took them out of your pocket, but saying something along the lines of, oh, I think these are yours.
Yeah, you dropped these.
You dropped these when you were giving them at the start, something along those lines. And
Yeah.
seeing what the react. I mean, because then at least what's the what mutual destruction? That's pretty fun.
Yeah,
Mutually assured
that's true.
destruction.
Yep.
Yeah, I do like the idea of being chaotic. I know
What
the
is-
DM
what is-
really wants me to deal with this in a cinematic way with literal Mina in her challenge tomorrow, but I like dramatic chaos.
What is Mina's? What is she the god or the goddess of?
It's basically
Trickery and
Trickery.
coinage.
luck and money.
Exploration,
coins.
smuggling, wealth negotiation.
She's
Yeah,
the
I think-
daughter. She's also the daughter.
I think that seems like a part of a scheme to out him. Yeah, Lucas, your choice, Orly. All of us are fine. This is the
Yeah,
one
Yeah, no,
person
you guys are
that doesn't
fine.
transfer
You
over.
guys are. Yeah, sorry.
We could get blamed
Cypher,
by
did
association.
Yeah, well.
Dolnis did mention. I didn't really kind of understand, but I think he did mention that it wouldn't actually transfer to the rest of the party. Did he say
What-
that or no?
I believe
what do you
what he
mean?
said was, I think he said that if someone else stole it again, then that might transfer. Then it might transfer to them. But I don't think he even fully knows.
No,
okay.
he's not like. You've just like shown him a weapon, an item that he's probably heard about a couple of times in his life. Clearly, legends about it. Clearly, a close guarded item with the Ellerhens.
Dude,
and
I
to
feel
see
like Neville Longbottom. You know, like why is it always me?
you wrote this character, I didn't.
I didn't.
Oh.
hang on now. That's
I'm
I'm a
that's
tragic ranger. I
all
lost
these
my
decisions
boy.
that's
were your own.
deflection. All right. Okay. I like the idea.
I mean, what you could do is you could make the argument to Mina that if you hand it over to Hendrik, because you stole it on his orders, he should be the bearer of the curse.
Oh God! Just fucking
just
throwing
feels
Ryan
like-
under the
Nuremberg
bus
trials
completely.
feels
fucking
like-
Hendrik, are we?
Exactly.
Feels-
Ryan, speak up if you disagree.
The
Think he's fine with it.
clergy disperse around Anacleto as he is walked by 3 Ravensword mercenaries, that large bovine featuring one with the kind of cleaverish weapon, and he seems to walk like into the stands as people part and stand up and like bow their heads towards him as he seems to walk up into the stands to greet Ismail and the Amethyst Dragonborn as well as Graelia and Justea. He seems to go and speak with all of them.
Fuck it! I make my way. Make my way.
I don't.
Okay. Do you go alone?
I go alone because I do
Can I
not
orbit
want
him like
Thoric.
30 feet away?
I
Like,
do not
I,
want-
can I move
Sure.
through the party, the gathering?
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, sure. Yeah.
But
You get as
my intention
close-
is to be within 30 feet, but not
Oh my
to,
Sure.
not to actually seem like I'm with him.
All right, make a stealth check then. Torkel, you don't have disadvantage because you know if you're scaling on to just regular dex check or stealth check. Sorry. Lyranok or Thoric, are you following him as well? Or going with him as well?
I'll definitely be close by. I'm not gonna say like I'll be far enough away where they're very much gonna have their own conversation.
Mhm.
Like I don't want to intrude, but
Yeah. Okay.
Do I still
Um,
have exhaustion?
No, sorry, you do. You still have exhaustion from the. Actually, no. I'd say at this point you had a short rest to get rid of it, or was it long rest? Anyway,
Get
some
2 points.
cleric would have healed you. Some cleric would have healed you at this point. I don't give a fuck. You got rid of it.
Okay.
Yeah. I think you got an extra point of exhaustion from being. Yeah, that's fine. 14. Okay. You approach to the point where you get within like basically like a tolerance range of like the boundary of the bodyguards. Again, like they are like most of like the seating area has been cleared out for them to have some kind of conversation. And as you approach, the bodyguard says, "Sorry, sir. There'll be just wait a moment, and the stands will open back up."
To me.
To Orly as he approaches the
Oh,
bodyguard
okay,
to try and get
sorry.
forward.
How far away am I from
25 feet.
Ugh.
As he's like up in the stands. He's like speaking with Ismail and his mother, and then Justay and Graylia are like on like another step, like speaking as well. Seems to be casual, charmed, genuinely like an interesting conversation.
Oh,
To the
very nice guy.
bodyguard, I'll say it's of the utmost importance that I gain an audience with Anicoletto whilst speaking with Ismail.
Make a persuasion check.
I should have fucking lied.
Hmm. It's 11.
It's just
Okay.
11.
All right. He says, sorry, sir, but there is no, and there's a snap, like a snap of two golden nailed fingers, and you just see Anicoletto stand up from the bench with his huge golden cloak. And he simply says in a voice that cuts through the air and cuts through the tension like a knife through butter, "Let him through."
I'm dead. I'm dead. I'm just dead. I'm just dead.
He won't
I'm
kill
dead.
you in front of everyone. They'll at least take you away to murder you.
No, the
Um,
fact that he's just laid eyes on me. This is the second time I've done this to him, by the way.
He continues to stand. Everyone else goes to stand. He just puts a small gesture of his finger, and the four of the other people around this sit. Torkel, Laranok, and Thorek, do you guys react to this?
Don't.
No, I'm just okay. I'm
close
just
enough to
keeping my eye on it to make sure it doesn't go bad.
If you want to
Yeah.
continue being close to him, you're basically have to like stand at the threshold of like a bodyguard in front of you, Torkel.
Okay, so there's no. That's fine. I can be.
You could re-stealth if you want to make another stealth check, DC 15.
I'm not necessarily trying to be stealth. I'm just trying to not look like I'm with him.
Okay, sure. I will allow you to say that at a distance around 40 feet from him, you don't look like you're with him.
Yeah.
But everyone is staring at this moment. Like people are like drawn to this moment. And most people, about half are maybe doing other things, half are kind of clearly. You start to walk towards. You get within 10 feet of him. Like again, they're like up. Like imagine like a few like bleacher benches like above you, like 2 rungs above you, and you're like standing there. How do you start this conversation? How do you start this interaction, Orly?
Very visibly, I'll take the rosemary breeds out, and I'll.
Grail Leia clutches her pearls. Justea wide-eyed looks like in shock and kind of general just like surprise. Nue says in unabashed divine swear word in pure celestial, and Ismail looks like just as shocked to see it. Whereas Anicoletto has a neutral half smile on his face when you unveil it.
I'm dead. I'm just dead, you guys. I'm dead. Can I insight check Ismail's reaction?
Yeah, you can. Yeah.
Can we see Esmer's reaction?
Yeah, you can. Yeah, we can insight check. Yeah.
What the hell is that? 14.
Okay. Oh, is that everyone can make it, or?
Yeah, you can as well, Laranok. Yeah, I'll allow you to. Yeah.
Okay.
Because most people are watching what's happening here. 13.
Most people are watching as you're about to get
Bullshit.
absolutely destroyed.
No. No,
No.
you guys cannot.
What's happening? I can't see.
Thorek, for you, the only thing you see on Ismail's face is Gemma like, what the fuck is going on? My best friend's just beside me. Someone's walked up with a guard. They've produced like these artifact bees. What the fuck is going on? Anicoletto, as you're studying for some kind of sense of what's going on, he says to you, Orly, heavy in the pocket, aren't they?
I'll deadpan stare into the eye. And I was kind of like, they would have been in my hand. I would have kind of like gesturing towards Ismail. I'll
Yeah.
slowly bring my hand over in the direction of Anicoletto
Mm-hmm.
and say, I believe these belong to you.
tension. A penny could drop. Hell, a skyscraper could fall and it wouldn't stop people from start turning and looking exactly what's happening. Around 100 score people, including the party, the guards, everyone is like, and he says, I think it's time to change the music.
Roll initiative.
He says it's time to change the music.
Oh god, now I just have
This
him.
fucker, dude.
I 100% thought that's what you said. Thought that was me like, do you beat to beat their ass to?
He says, no, they're actually, in fact, belonging to my lovely friend, Ismail. And Ismail looks at Ancleto like, what? When? This morning. But, Annie, you shouldn't have. This is... And Anacleto puts a hand on his friend's shoulder and says, they're mine to do with as I please, as is my station. And now they're at your discretion to decide how we proceed, Ismail. I have already passed them along, and they have been taken. It has been taken from you. I no longer consort in this decision. And he takes a seat and looks at Ismail. As Ismail is like looking at Anacleto, looks at you, looks at Anacleto, looks at you. You say you want to return this.
Who's this is?
This is Ismail speaking towards you. Anacleto has refused involvement and he has sat down, and Ismail stays standing in shock, and he has directed his question towards you, Orly.
Okay.
You say you want to return this.
I'll respond with, I don't need a boon to get me through this tournament. They're yours if you want them back.
Studying the situation, studying you, he says, well, even today, on the first day of the tournament, I fed well without them. Looks towards Anacleto. Anacleto just gives like an eyebrow nod. Can continue. Although you would be in a much more precarious situation if you keep hold of it, Mr. Gnome.
It's Orly. It's Orly Bracken. You know my name.
No, I don't.
Well, you know it now.
Mr. Bracken, then. It will be distressing, I'm sure, for you to keep hold of these. But that, for the moment, suits me, as you are a competitor and almost that of an enemy to me right now in the standings, as you are top of the rankings and the judgings. You and Thoric. As his eyes scan to about 55 feet away where Thoric is standing, with most of the crowd still watching this conversation. That's audible enough for people in the crowd to hear.
I'm sorry. I'm just grinning. I'm not responding.
Okay. He says, I will take them off of you, Orly Bracken. But you, and he looks at Thoric, you must resign yourself from the tournament. That is the deal.
I understand. I'm gonna walk away now.
Do you understand that he said, I want Thoric to resign,
Oh,
not
he wants
you?
Oh.
so me and Thoric.
No, he
Oh,
wants
I-
just
no,
Thoric to resign.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh well, sorry. I take that back.
Yeah,
Don't
So
worry.
the way he said
He
this is,
doesn't give a shit about you.
He says he wants Thoric to resign, and he'll take them off of you if he does. That's his bargain. That's his deal.
Okay. Actually, you know what? I do exactly what I said. Anyways, I'd say I understand, and I walk away.
He chuckles, and Clado gives well played to him, and you walk away, and you don't hear the next bits of conversation that they have as the crowd whispers and it seems to talk. You walk past the bodyguard. You're escorted past the bubble, and you walk to rejoin your party.
What
I'm
what-
sorry. I'm actually going to avoid the party for a moment.
Okay.
I will go to my family,
Mhm.
and I'm going to
Yeah, they're all like by the. You actually have noticed that your wife has masterfully misdirected your children to keep them looking at the table, talking to your grandmother, rather than seeing all this that's just happened. And you approach, and Rosie like, children, I'm just going to talk with your father. Just stay there. And she like wide eyes like, what in the seven fucks is going on?
I'm way in over my head. I
I
don't
can
know
see
what
that,
I am
dear.
doing right now.
You're in this place, in this tower. We have clerics of higher station that we've ever seen before in our lives around us, and you just want some tournament day better than anybody else here, and now you're talking with the scion of the champion.
This is all new to me as well.
This is
okay?
all fucking new to me. Who are you? Who the fuck did I marry?
I don't know. I don't know.
He's flying by the seat of his pants here.
He's like, help me! I need some
I
help.
need an adult.
Yeah.
I'm gonna retreat with my family. Yeah.
Just gonna leave with your family and say, "Come on, everybody, let's go."
Yeah.
Okay. All right. That happens. The rest of the party, you see Orleans pick up his family and just start to leave past the front distance approach.
What context do we have about the rate? Like these items are Anacoletto. This is a rare Anacoletto artifact that was.
This is a
owned
legendary, one of a kind.
This is basically we stole Excalibur.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Torko was going to say loud enough. I want to try and strike a balance between like being part of a normal conversation, but
Mhm.
very much an announcement or a statement that is
Okay.
audible
Yeah.
to others. And he'll wheedle his way through the crowd back towards Thoric and then say, "This is Oakharp is a strange place where they do not really care for the great artifacts of their houses. I don't know if this is somewhere I particularly enjoy in that regard."
Make a performance check.
Oh fuck! Oh shit! Oh god! I'm not good at these.
Oh God, performance.
Oh.
Your friend Tim could have helped you with that.
I might use my inspiration to reroll.
Yeah.
Okay.
I agree.
Sure. 14.
Much better.
Okay. Yeah, you do hear some people being like, "Great artifacts. What is he talking? Did you not see that rosary in that man's hand? Oh, I thought that would look familiar. Is there not an annotated version of that in the museum?" And like people like start to whisper and talk. And you definitely lit some type of minuscule fire in the high class nobility. But Orly, like, are you just like basically trying to get your family home to Calmont Terrace?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Does the party try and catch him up, or do you guys leave Orly to some space?
It seems like
My preface
with
to
the with the anger being quietly displayed by his wife, that perhaps not getting involved and making things worse is the better.
Yeah.
It's like when you're on a night
Just
out and your mate's on his phone to his missus and you're just watching.
Yeah. Tim has totally like we have done a carriage to get like them like an expedited trip home. Like Tim was at the periphery edge of this entire thing, and he's like, we've done a carriage, and he can do the same for you guys, you three as well, you three remaining.
Just
Plus,
gotta
well,
say
and
out loud right now. I completely forgot that my family was within earshot of everything that just happened. I only realized this when the end was you go back to the party. I was like, yeah, oh fuck, my family's here as well.
But did everyone hear that conversation, or was that
audible enough for it to be embarrassing to Orly to have walked away without addressing it. Like he's definitely much been completely humiliated in the context of he was given a deal, given an offer, and to then just like completely just like tuck his tail and just walk away and leave. He's lost that social battle, that high class wit of
Social
mind.
faux pas.
Yeah.
The rich kids don't like you.
Hopefully it wasn't too bad. Because, like I said, I was grinning. But
We
I
are
don't
in,
know
like,
how
the-
much that actually counts to the higher class.
It's not
Well,
going to be good.
some
We
of them
are
would
in
have
the
only heard the
patron
conversation,
saint of that. We're in the city whose patron saint is or the patron goddess effectively is the goddess of haggling, and you refused.
Yeah, but in my defense, I live in a tree.
I don't know if that's the defense you think it is.
I live in a tree.
My defense here is that I'm not used to any of this, okay?
Okay, I see. Yeah. In my defense, I have a sick treehouse, guys. I have a really.
What is that?
Oh man.
Just a reminder,
Well,
it's like
I've already been humiliated in game. To be outside of the game as well, man.
Hey, listen, I got the shit kicked out of me while I was down. I'm not hearing this.
Yeah. All's fair in love and war.
This is vengeance for what you were saying last session, you fuck.
Yeah, okay, that's fair. Oh, wow, that really hit.
I remember. I didn't forget, even though I was certain I would. I didn't forget what you were saying. You were kicking me while I was
Foxy was
down.
cussing me the fuck out when everybody left last Sunday as well. You should have heard him. He's not happy.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I
What for?
let him have
Me
it.
and everything, dude. It was crazy.
What for?
Yeah, just throwing chairs around the room. Like
No, I
fucking
didn't even do
Whiplash.
anything, Cypher. I did zero. I did nothing. I don't know what.
Well, you've done something now. Deal with it. So what's happening now?
Fucking got him.
So you're on a carriage ride with your wife, and you're doing that thing where you pretend to talk about other things to not embarrass yourself or cause your children to worry. While the other three party members plus Tame are in the carriage back to Common Terrace, and Torkel, Thoric, and Lernok, the three of you are in a carriage with Hendrik probably listening in, and the clear indication is Anacleto has washed his hands of this, and he has lifted the decision up to Ismail. As in Ismail said, I will take it off Orly's hands, but only if Thoric resigns himself from the tournament. How are you guys all processing that?
I'm talking to we're in me, Liranok, and Thoric are all apart in one carriage.
Carriage, yes, with Hendrik.
Yeah. I'm going to say to Thoric, I think he's scared. I think that actually, I think that even if he's not scared, I think there's an opportunity here to paint it like he is. Why would he ask you to drop out for something that Orly has done?
So there's some way that
he knows that our group is close knit, and he hopes that by allowing the ominous nature of what might happen to Orly, he's perhaps using that or he's trying to use that to intimidate Thoric into leaving.
Yes, but I think that is the machinations of how he does it. But I think the reasoning behind it is because, it obviously makes his life easier. But is it important for us to save face in this place? I get all weary of the dresses and lunches.
Yes.
Then we need to paint it like this.
You know now why I didn't spend a lot of time in here over the years. It's not been like this for many years. The wealth has given people ideas on how they should act and what they can get away with.
It seems they feel they can get away with much.
They unfortunately can. I'm not proud to say, but they hold great sway, great power, and they can do a lot that they wish to, even things that should not be done.
Is this what being a higher noble is like?
I can't say for certain, but my situation is a little bit different. But in my experience, Yes, kind of. The wealth and the higher nobles, they do not tend to operate in a blunt, face-to-face manner. They obfuscate and hide their intentions more than is needed, but they go about getting what they want, sometimes in distasteful manners.
Well, if succeed, if Mr. accepts my marriage proposal, well, maybe I can try and bring some change, bring some forthrightness and honor.
Bruno lets out that almost bitter laugh, where it's like, "You are welcome to try." I do not know. I think many people have said similar sentiments, thinking that they can change, but here we still stand. I wish you the best of luck in doing it, but
Even if I only change one person, it's worth the attempt.
that it is.
Hendrik says, I mean, I'm about to get paid 2,000 gold. We could just pay someone to steal that thing off Orly.
Genius.
Trust the cop.
Yeah.
How bad do we think it is? I don't think we have we have not agreed on an assessment of the issue that we have. And if we want to fix the foundational structures of this problem, then we need to decide what is our goal here. Do we want to remove the curse from Orly?
I do not like the idea of passing this on to this potential consequences on to someone without knowing, or without them knowing what they're getting into. I do not know how severe Mina's ire will be, but I'm willing to stand by Orly to protect him, whatever. But I do not want us to pass this along to someone who may be in a less ideal situation to defend themselves over what is happening, or may not. It is difficult to decipher and plan what Mina's response might be. It is not cruel. She may take mercy on Orly based on the situation that's happened, or she may not. She may approve of the cunning method in which Ismail is attempting to remove us. It's hard to say.
As a goddess of deception and trickery, I think that these sort of games that we are tired of probably excite her. And it is not ideal to be in her bad books going into a challenge meant to be in her purview.
It is probably where her influence will be held strongest, and where outside the capital. This is, if he is to hold it, this is probably the most dangerous time and event to have her upset with you. But if we are in her realm, the vault, then it's also possible that therein lies our best opportunity to
Return
deal
some
with
favor.
it, return it. Possible we could return the feeds to Mina herself via her vaults, but I do not think she would accept just leaving them there. I think we would need some formal process or more official to return them. I don't know.
Does she want them returned, or does she want us to do something that makes her happy?
I don't know. That is the issue with Mina. I think anyone outside of her closest devotees might not wholly know how to interpret her will. She may be relishing in this, or she may not.
Is it possible for
Hopefully.
us to speak to the priests? The clergy? They will be attendant at the game tomorrow, yes?
They most certainly will be. I can scarce believe that they would allow us into the vaults of Mina without their direct supervision or review. It's possible, but it sounded like oh god, I'm sorry. What was the Zolnus' name? The one who was running today's event?
Helder.
Helder, that was it. Sorry, I was getting mixed with Elahan, and I'm like wrong now. Helder. From what he told us, from all he told us, Helder seemed quite certain that even the priests of Mina would not be able to assist.
He has got us all into it. Well, he's got himself into a pickle, and because we are his friends, we need to save him. But I think we do not have enough information. And I do not want him to, or you, and he looks at Thoric, to drop out.
Probably
We helped
the
each
last
other
thing I
through
want
today's
to do.
trial.
If he's thinking that this little snag will cause us to back out and give up, I think he underestimates our ability to achieve things together.
We need to stay close to Thorley. At least one of us has to win this next trial. But if there is an opportunity or an opening for you to take so that you can win the trial, Thoric, then you need to take it. Are you willing to do that?
Only if I have everyone's express permission to.
You have mine.
I will be by Ollie's side. I will protect him from whatever comes. You need to achieve your own goals as well. So I say you go.
Okay.
And it
Thank
seems
you.
like Leonot cannot do much without my help, so I was still close to him.
I didn't see what I didn't see what happened. I assumed Leonot would have to throw you across the river, Torkel. What happened back there?
Did I actually save him, or was that just a joke that we made? Did I
Leonok
little bit
charged
of both.
forward to save somebody, and he did that channel divinity thing where he swapped someone the damage, and the person was drowning, so he just swapped positions. Like, I'm going to save them from drowning by magically transporting the water into my lungs, and then he needed help, and you saved him.
Yeah, basically you used the enhanced ability, give me advantage on athletics checks, which helps me to get through the river and grab the drowning person.
Yeah, Tork will say, oh, those muscles, but they don't help much with swimming. Yeah, he needed a bit of a boost. I probably could have used being thrown across the river, though that was not a very great performance from me. I am aware of my failings. I'll need to do something to correct them. Hopefully the next ones will be more battlefields of the mind rather than physical prowess.
Battlefields of the mind. Oh
Even
no.
so, even although we were the last to finish the race today, there was still a great many that did not complete that either. So I think we are still doing reasonably well in the actual event overall. Just a ways behind the leaders.
I don't think well with battles of the mind, guys.
What is it that you're intending to make?
Make?
I mean, it was. We were told that we were going to be making a piece of art for the challenge of Numela.
Oh, Numela. I thought the next one was the Baltamina.
Mina
Maybe
tomorrow.
it's me.
Yeah, it's me. I mean, yeah, that was that Battle of the Minds?
Mina is. You don't know what the fuck Mina wants.
We just know, yeah. So when you were saying Battle of the Minds, I kind of assumed you meant like the artistic side of things.
I mean, everything isn't just like beating each other up.
I mean, that's true. That's fair. That's the fourth offense. So we just got to get you there, and we're golden. Up until Ishmael pulls out the scroll of summon Tarask, and then we kind of cry.
Yeah. As for Numela, Orly, if you're willing to help teach me some whittling.
Ollie's not here.
Oh, he's sorry.
Not there.
Is he? Sorry.
He's
Well,
in
with
a different carriage.
I'm currently being scolded without actually being scolded, but through the eyes of my wife right now.
well with
There
Yeah,
we
Bringing
go.
up all the times he forgot to put up shelves and clean the kitchen.
I think we cross cut to like you've got through the threshold of Common Terrace. You have asked the servants to start making your kids some food. Torley with your other children are like exploring Calmont Terrace with your grandmother, like looking after them. Meanwhile, you've went up to the bedroom and or the sitting room, and your wife is giving you
Yeah.
the silent treatment.
Yeah, you're getting the right act.
You expected to be shouted at, to be lambasted, to be called an idiot, to be called selfish for why would you steal something you had no knowledge of what it was. She has just went to a close countertop and she has poured herself a glass of wine. Now, your wife very seldom drinks. And then she looks at it.
Worse when they don't shout.
And she passes the glass of wine and she pours it and she walks over towards you and she kind of slams that glass of wine into your chest.
Oh, God.
Drink.
I'll down it.
It's poison.
Feel better?
It's poison, yeah. I'm being poisoned by everybody.
Yeah. She says, feel better?
No.
And she grabs another pitcher and she pours you another glass. Well, you're drinking for two because I can't drink at the minute. And I'm not having this conversation sound of mind, or at least best that I can replicate.
Oh, so get me drunk so I can't have a fair hand at it.
Yes, it's almost like we've done this before. Like when you lost your son for the first time.
This is not the same, okay?
Explain to me, Orly, what is going on?
I don't know. I don't know what's...
Well, who does know?
Anyways.
Who can we speak to? Because your friends, they'll be in the carriage home probably just after us. I don't know. They'll be... Can your friends help us? The people you've been fighting with and killing demons with, or something. Can they not sort this out? You can come home. We've got our boy. We have our son, Orly. Can we not just go? Can we not just go home? We have our boy.
Just go. I can't just take the people who helped us get our family together and go. It doesn't work like that. Also, whatever this thing is, this isn't going to just go away either. For once, I'm not just trying to think of myself.
I hope not.
It's not the same as what happened before. What happened before, I just left. I left everything up to you. That wasn't fair. And I've had years now to regret and think on my mistakes. But what's also not different, what also is different, is I didn't have a choice when Torley left before. Now I do have a choice. I'm not going to take the selfish choice, even if it does benefit us as a family, which it probably won't, because of what I've just taken from these nobility, which I have no idea how to deal with, because I've never had to do anything like
I mean, we've dealt with the Jandorns.
They're not it's not the same. The Jandorns, you did something, the Jandorns didn't like it, you dealt with it in very visible ways. They would show the consequences of your actions. Here, it's a lot more subtle. There's probably 20 more people now that I have to worry about, not just the likes of Ismail.
She gets closer to the only people you have to worry about, husband, is us. Simple as that.
What happens if we just leave and this curse manifests into the entire family and maybe the rest of the town?
He doesn't seem to have an answer for that. We can. You knew that priestess that brought you to us and brought us here. Can she not sort this out?
I don't think so. She's a druid of oh God, Talos, Cipher.
Thesnir.
Thesnir, thank you. Sorry, she's a druid of Thesnir. This is Mina. This is
She's always
completely
that
different.
bitch, Mina.
Well, let's not fling out names like that at the moment. Whilst I have this perhaps.
All right. Well, and you hear like the door open up, like the front door of the foyer, and you like hear the sounds of your friends coming in. The butler, Tedu Cruz, welcome on. I'm gonna go see the kids. All right, you and your friends make some type of decision. I will follow you to the ends of the earth and back. We can walk to the plane of fear and all the way around the globe for all that matters to me. But I just want my husband back, and I don't need you getting hurt. I don't want to replace the hole in my heart that I've just had brought back to me with you being gone. Okay? She gives you a kiss on the cheek. Sorry about the wine. And she takes a glass and she goes to leave outside foyer to go and join the children, whatever they may be in Calmont Terrace. The rest of the party, you come into the sitting room, the audience chamber with Orly standing there. And that's where all of you are now.
Do you ever see like a kid in a new environment? They don't know anyone. They don't know what to exactly do to try and fit in. They're just standing there.
Yeah.
Yes, I have looked in the mirror.
Jesus. Okay, well, that's already.
I assume, based on your demeanor, that it was not an easy conversation.
That was not easy. What? I don't know what.
It may not have been
Obviously.
easy, but it was an important conversation to have.
I owe my wife everything. She's not wrong. This is not helping my family right now. But I wouldn't be here. Corley wouldn't be here without the help of you all. So we're not just gonna run away from this either.
Good. Nor do we intend to run away from you. However, this ill will manifest itself, we will tackle it as a group. I have no qualms with standing close by, doing my best to protect you from whatever happens.
So the vaults of Mina then.
The vaults of Mina.
You do not owe us a life debt, Orly. We helped you because it was the right thing to do. I just want everybody to know or at least make sure that we're all on the same page for all of us. There's a very likely or a real chance that any of us, may perish on any of these challenges. And it is not, you're not beholden to some kind of debt that you need to stay here for. We help you because you're our friend. And sometimes helping your friend means telling them not to do something. I don't want to swear your decision, but we will help you whatever you decide. If you decide to leave or if you decide to stay.
I'm not going to just try and throw my life away. But I also do still want to help.
There was a conversation we had as you were talking with your wife about how we proceed forward, and they were quite insistent that I push forward regardless of what happens to the rest of the party, and I'm not comfortable doing that unless everyone
I think
says
you
they're
should.
okay with it.
I think you should.
Sure.
You pushing forward is the best outcome.
Okay.
And that's no life death situation or obligation. I'm sure somebody else can keep watch over me whilst you make distance tomorrow's challenge.
We will look out
Okay.
for you. I can't speak for Hendrik, but I know that me and Leonok will look out for you early. And also, we will do our best to put you in the best position, Thoric. We're here for two reasons now. One, to help you marry your sweetheart, and two, to make sure the small one doesn't die.
Easy.
He grunts.
We've done
And,
so much worse. We've dealt with so many worse situations. We've literally stared at a fully grown dragon, and that wasn't even the most painful part of that situation. Not for you, at least, Torkel.
we have objectively fought harder things than these trials, but sometimes the most scary thing you have to interact with is these societies. And Dragon Code of Atos, it knew it had the power to do so. These people, they scheme and they cheat and they lie. I don't feel safe here myself. And
I do not feel safe at all. I don't feel safe for my family, and that's the most concerning factor for this entire situation right now. And I didn't unfortunately realize how far it could extend out to, such as my family, until I approached Ismail, and I can't get Analeki out of my head. That's not his name. What's his name? I'm so sorry.
Anacleto.
Anacleto.
Anna
But
Kendrick.
For what it's worth,
Anna Kendrick.
although they go about their ways or getting what they want in distasteful methods, even I do not think they would go so far as to inflict punishment on your innocent family. Yourself and us standing by you is one thing. I think even the gods would not let them bring innocence into this.
Seems standing and power is one the few matters that they do care about, and hopefully me losing some standing, that altercation quells their appetite for now.
And
well,
I think for, I do not mean to say this to be rude, but for someone that was already of a higher standing, perhaps they would feel the pain, or they would enjoy that pain more. For you and for us as we are, that may not have been enough.
maybe. But if anything, that public altercation might have done more for us, maybe.
No one can say that we're being conniving or lying
Exactly.
or dishonorable.
I'm sure.
It is also makes sure that things are more out in the open. They cannot hide that this has happened not anymore.
Why do you think they wouldn't want to hide? They're
Says
playing
the
just as much
god.
a complicated game as you.
Oh yeah, but I mean, they are playing the political game, but if we allow it to just hide in the shadows, then they could do more. If we had waited until perhaps towards the end of the event, and then they brought it out to light, they could do much more. They could do a great deal of harm with that. The loss to our reputation there could be huge. Whereas to do it now, to do it so early on, they are more limited in what they can perhaps do.
They also may think that you were beaten. They may think that they have kicked the dog and it is scurried away with its tail between its legs. And staying out of their gaze and them thinking that we are a foe who is on our last legs may be useful to us. Or they may try and deliver a killing blow. I'm tired of trying to get into the minds of people who seem so simplistic and obfuscate things for the sake of obfuscation. But all we can do now is try and get through the next trial and do it safely and hopefully in a position where Thor can take some kind of gain from it. That is my opinion.
Also, it may give some people the idea that despite, even if he didn't know, Ismail having that relic, that he was still beaten.
Perhaps it's the fact that he did not seem to know he had it on him. It definitely implicates Anacoleto somewhat that he snuck it onto Ismail's person without him knowing, and after the clerics went through, checked out people's items and what might give them an advantage. It will not look good for him, but with his position and his reputation so set in stone here, it will be hard to make anything truly significant stick to him.
No, but
Yeah, I don't think that he cares.
little and often, little bits of cheating, little bits of showing him in bad light now and then. It might build up. I doubt we'll have a singular event which will show him to be unworthy, but just me putting thoughts out.
It is uncomfortable to operate in such an area of ifs and maybes for me. I'm used to hard facts and, the physics of the world, the way that things are constructed and built. It's just not as variable. I think that unless there is something concrete and I'd say disgusting that we can tie to Anacoleto, his reputation is immaculate, and even the way that they present themselves seems like it is. The takeaway I got from it from the other people around us is perhaps that it seemed like he had won some sort of game, that his maneuvering and positioning had allowed for his friend to put themselves in a higher standing, and that is viewed as good. I don't think that they operate on the same rule book that we do.
Definitely not. Just to remind, it's been a while since we played and talked about this. Just to remind you guys, the only thing you really know outside of Anclado being this lauded, loved, next generation leader of Oakheart, like a true like celebrity of his age, is that you found out that there was something to do, that something happened with in a Melon temple with him. And there was a Ravensword mercenary guarding a room.
Yes, he got attacked, didn't he?
Supposedly, was the rumors that
Allegedly, there was an assassination.
allegedly, yeah.
Yes, because what's his name? That one guard, which we had.
That guard captain, yeah, that's why he was sacked. And then,
But we all know what fake assassination attempts can do for your
Okay.
political
Okay,
standing.
Let's not bring real life politics into things right now.
Fucking brilliant, Sean. Fucking brilliant. Anyways.
Talk a look around the room. What kind of time is it, DM?
right now, after the carriage ride back and getting back, it's around like 4 p.m.
Okay. Time for. He looks at Doric and he says, "I think it's probably time for some food, maybe some tea, and a hot bath. I think that we have at least planned for the next day, and there's not much that we can do at the moment unless we want to try and sneak into Ismail's home and beat him with sticks. I'm going to go
No.
prepare."
Although the Thork side eyes Ryan, like I don't know if everyone here is going to say no, but I'm going to say no.
He's just like, Ryan would just be sat there going, "I've got the invisibility spell."
You guys just looked at Orly, and Orly's the gears are just grinding, staring into a wall right now. It's kind of like, yeah, I could, that is a possibility.
I do not
Take
think
Hendrick's
that.
phone away from him so he can't call the police to show up at Ismail's door.
Dude,
I
I'd be
do not
bringing
think
Hendrick
that
with me.
murder and / or assault would resolve this problem.
It would be quite ironic if he showed up tomorrow with 2 broken legs. I don't think that he would be looking at anybody but us.
Although to be fair,
that is
Leonok,
part of the problem, yes.
one day includes literally causing violence to solve the problem. So
Yes, but that is not tomorrow.
It's not this day.
It's not only,
Sorry.
and not only that, Odrin detests cowardice. He does not sneaking into and hurting him, Ishmael, in a dishonorable way would not be viewed positively even by Odrin. He prefers the honorable, or the more honorable combat method.
I also believe it's the same.
God damn it.
you okay?
All because the rogue just couldn't help himself, had to steal something.
No, this is nothing to do with it. This is a Hendrick thing, and I'm trying to decide how Hendrick react because I messaged him and asked him. I need to know how Hendrick would feel about something, and he hasn't replied to me yet. And I'm really debating. I don't want to take the choice out of his hands, but I think it's something he would tell you, but I can't be for sure.
Roll against his willpower if you want. That's probably willpower or intelligence, whichever one you think would apply more.
It is 20 past 7. We could take a break.
Yeah, let's take a 10-minute break. He might reply in that time.
I'm gonna go
10-minute break.
get started on dinner.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Nice.
go look.
Oof.